Hello everyone. Welcome back to Super English Talks. I'm Jara, and I'm so happy to be your host today. It's wonderful to have you here with me for this special English learning episode. If this is your first time joining us, I want you to know something important. You didn't find this podcast by accident. You're here because you want to grow, you want to learn, and you want to become the best version of yourself. And you know what? You're not alone. We are all learning together, step by step, day by day. Here at Super English Talks, we share helpful and meaningful lessons every single day. We believe that even a small piece of knowledge, when shared with love and kindness, can change someone's life. Every week, we upload new podcast episodes to help you improve your English fluency and confidence. Our goal is to make English learning simple, enjoyable, and inspiring. So, if you're ready to learn something new, to feel more confident, and to believe in your own potential, then stay with us, subscribe, and let's walk this journey of growth together, one day at a time. Let me also tell you about our mission here. We want to create a calm, friendly space where you can relax, listen, and learn English naturally. No stress, no pressure, just real learning in a comfortable way. In today's special extended episode, we are going to do much more than just listening practice. We're going to build a complete roadmap for your English learning journey. This journey will take you from where you are now, maybe at the intermediate level, to the advanced level that you've always dreamed of reaching. We'll move forward step by step. I'll help you design a clear and powerful study plan. We'll talk about what to learn, and how to stay motivated every day. I'll also give you real-life practice ideas you can use daily. Simple activities that help you speak more naturally, listen better, and think in English. We'll do interactive exercises together that will build your fluency, deepen your understanding, and give you unshakable confidence. Whether your goal is to speak English more naturally without hesitation, write clearly and beautifully, or understand native speakers when they talk quickly, this episode will guide you. You will learn the structure, tools, and habits that can help you reach the next level. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to organize your study plan, choose the best daily habits, and practice English in a way that is both effective and fun. Remember, learning English is not a race. It's a beautiful journey. And you're already doing great because you've made it this far, to the intermediate level. That means you've worked hard, learned a lot, and developed strong skills already. Now, it's time to go even further. It's time to grow, to improve, and to reach that advanced level you've been dreaming of. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our podcast and turn on notifications, so you never miss a new lesson. Now, find a comfortable spot, take a deep breath, relax your mind, and get ready to learn with me. Together, we'll begin this exciting English learning journey right here, right now. You're listening because you have a strong desire to improve your English. And that already makes you special. You've already come so far, and today, we'll take the next big step together. So, let's begin this transformation. You can express your basic ideas in many situations. You can manage most daily conversations in English without too much trouble. But if you are honest with yourself, you probably feel that something is missing. There is a gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Maybe your sentences don't flow as smoothly as you want. Maybe when you listen to a movie or a podcast with native speakers, you sometimes get lost because the conversation is fast or the words blend together. Or maybe when you try to write an email or an essay, you feel unsure about your grammar, word choice, or overall style. Feeling stuck like this is completely normal. In fact, it is exactly where we start today, the journey from intermediate to advanced English. Now, I want you to take a moment and use your imagination. Picture yourself 6 months from now, or maybe a year from now. Imagine yourself speaking English in a conversation with calm and confident fluency. Imagine holding long, interesting discussions without constantly pausing to find the right word. Picture yourself expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and naturally. Imagine picking up an English book or a news article and reading it easily without looking up every other word. Picture yourself writing emails, messages, or reports that sound smooth, professional, and completely natural. That is what advanced English looks like. And here's the good news. It is completely possible for you to get there. But here is the secret. It's not about memorizing endless vocabulary lists or complicated grammar rules. The real key is building a consistent, well-structured study plan and practicing in the right way with patience and dedication. Let's talk about the biggest difference between an intermediate learner and an advanced learner. An intermediate learner often thinks in short, simple phrases. They frequently translate words and sentences from their native language, which can make them hesitate or struggle to find the most natural words. An advanced learner, on the other hand, has made a crucial shift. They think directly in English. They use phrases, expressions, and collocations naturally, almost without thinking. They have developed a strong sense of the rhythm and flow of real, everyday English conversations. So our main goal together is to train your brain to think in English, process information in English, and express your ideas smoothly and confidently, without hesitation. This is how you move from intermediate to advanced English, step by step, day by day. Practice exercise and listening skills for advanced English. Let's do a small, simple practice exercise together right now. This will help you understand what I mean. Imagine you've just started a new job or a new class. You meet a new colleague named Liam. He smiles and asks you a question. How was your weekend? At a typical intermediate level, your answer might be short and simple. You might say, "It was good. I stayed at home." This answer is grammatically correct, but it doesn't really start a conversation. It's a closed statement. Now, at an advanced level, you would naturally give a longer and more interesting answer. You might say something like, "It was really relaxing. Thanks for asking. I finally had some quiet time to read a new book, and I even tried cooking something special. How about you? Did you do anything fun?" Do you feel the difference? The advanced answer is not just longer. It is warmer, more descriptive, more natural, and, most importantly, it invites the other person to continue talking. It turns a simple exchange into a real connection. Now, I want you to practice this with me. Don't just listen, speak out loud. Imagine you are talking directly to me. Here's your first question. What did you do yesterday? Take a moment to think. Don't just answer with one short sentence like, "I studied English." Try to add more details. Connect your ideas and make it sound like a natural story. For example, you could say, "Yesterday was actually a busy but productive day for me. I studied English for about an hour in the morning. After that, I met a good friend for coffee and a chat. In the evening, I relaxed by watching a movie in English. It was really enjoyable." Now it's your turn. Pause for a moment and answer the question out loud using full, connected sentences. This kind of active practice is very important. Advanced English is not just about grammar. It is about speaking fluently, expressing your personality, and connecting with other people. The more you expand your answers, add details, and connect ideas, the faster you will reach advanced English. Another key skill that separates intermediate and advanced learners is listening comprehension. At the intermediate level, you can probably understand English when it is spoken slowly and clearly, like in a language learning video. But when people speak at a natural, fast pace, use idioms, or mix formal and informal language, it can suddenly become hard to understand. Advanced learners, however, have trained their ears to follow natural conversations, even when people speak quickly or with different accents. How do we develop this important skill? The answer is simple but powerful: active listening every day. Listen to material that is just a little bit harder than your current level. It shouldn't be so easy that you feel bored. It shouldn't be so difficult that you feel lost or frustrated. When you practice every day, your brain becomes better at understanding fast, natural English. Over time, you will find it much easier to follow conversations with native speakers and understand the rhythm and flow of real English. This kind of daily speaking and listening practice is exactly what moves you from intermediate to advanced English. Listening, speaking, vocabulary, and grammar practice. Let's try another exercise together. Right now, I'm going to say a short piece of natural English speech. Your job is to listen carefully. Repeat what I say. Explain what you understood in your own words. Are you ready? Here it is. I was running a bit late this morning, so I had to grab a quick coffee and take the bus instead of walking. Luckily, I still made it to my appointment just in time. Did you catch all of that? Now let's repeat it together slowly. I was running a bit late this morning, so I had to grab a quick coffee and take the bus instead of walking. Luckily, I still made it to my appointment just in time. Very good. Next, take a moment and explain what that meant in your own words. You could say something like, "The person was late, so they didn't have much time. They quickly got a coffee and took the bus, but they still arrived on time for their appointment." This simple exercise is very powerful. It trains your listening skills and speaking skills at the same time. Becoming an advanced English learner is not about taking huge steps or learning everything at once. It's about small, smart, and consistent steps every day. When you build these positive habits, you will start to notice real progress in your English. Another important area we need to practice is vocabulary. At the intermediate level, you already know a lot of words. That is fantastic. But sometimes, you might repeat the same words too often. For example, you might use the word good for almost everything. It was a good day. That's a good idea. She is a good friend. There is nothing wrong with this, but at the advanced level, you learn to use a wider and more precise range of words. This makes your speech more natural, interesting, and colorful. For example, instead of "it was a good day," you could say, "It was a wonderful day," or "It was a fantastic day." Instead of "that's a good idea," you could say, "That's a brilliant idea," or "That's an excellent idea." Instead of "she is a good friend," you could say, "She is a close friend," or "She is a true friend." Let's practice vocabulary together. I will give you a simple sentence, and your job is to replace the word good with a better word. Here is the sentence. That was a good movie. Now, think of another word you could use. You might say, that was an amazing movie. That was a fascinating movie. That was a thought-provoking movie. Now it's your turn. Try creating your own version with a word you like. Practicing vocabulary this way will make your speech more precise, interesting, and natural. Advanced learners can choose the right word for the right situation to express exactly what they mean. Finally, let's talk about grammar. At the intermediate level, you already have a solid understanding of basic tenses like present, past, and future. But sometimes you might make small mistakes or avoid using more complex grammar structures because they feel difficult or intimidating. At the advanced level, you start using more complex sentences naturally. You are confident with grammar, but you focus on expressing your ideas clearly and smoothly instead of just worrying about rules. Grammar, confidence, and speaking practice for advanced English. Advanced learners are comfortable using complex grammar structures naturally and correctly in their everyday speech. For example, a common intermediate mistake is saying, "If I will have time, I will call you." An advanced learner knows the correct way to say it. "If I have time, I will call you." The meaning is exactly the same, but the second sentence is grammatically correct and sounds completely natural. Grammar practice exercise. Let's practice with a short grammar exercise. I will give you a sentence with a small, common mistake. Your job is to find the mistake and correct it. Sentence: she don't like to swim. The correction is, she doesn't like to swim. Sentence: I am living here for 3 years. The correction is, I have been living here for 3 years. These small corrections make a big difference because accuracy is an important part of advanced English. But remember, advanced English is not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about using grammar to express more detailed and complex ideas. For example, simple sentence, I like reading. Advanced version, I really enjoy reading because it helps me to relax and it also allows me to discover new perspectives on the world. Do you see the difference? The second sentence has more detail, more depth, and sounds advanced. Confidence. Now, let's talk about confidence. This might be the most important part of learning advanced English. Many intermediate learners know a lot of English, but they hesitate to speak. They worry about making mistakes, or they feel their accent is not good enough. Advanced learners understand a key truth. Confidence is a skill. It grows with practice. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep speaking, keep trying, and keep learning from every conversation. Speaking practice. Introductions. Here's a final exercise for this section. Imagine you are at a social event, meeting new people for the first time. You want to introduce yourself confidently using advanced English. Instead of a short introduction like, "My name is Chloe. I am from France. I am a student." You can make it more advanced. "Hi everyone, my name is Chloe. I'm originally from France, but I'm currently living here while I study international business. In my free time, I really enjoy hiking in the mountains and learning new languages. I'm really excited to get to know all of you today." Do you hear the difference? The second version is more detailed, flows naturally, and sounds confident. Now it's your turn. Create your own introduction. Make it at least 3 sentences long. Say it out loud. Don't just listen passively, speak with me. This active practice is exactly how you will build the bridge from intermediate to advanced English. Creating a study plan and practicing listening for advanced English. Now that we've built a solid foundation and understand the key differences between intermediate and advanced English, let's go deeper into the practical steps of creating a study plan. A study plan is important because it gives you structure and direction. It helps you move from where you are now to where you want to be. Many learners get stuck at the intermediate stage for years. It's not because they aren't smart or dedicated. It's usually because they don't have a structured plan. Some common mistakes are studying randomly without focus, watching a grammar video one day, reading a news article the next, taking a week or 2 off without practice. Without consistency and a balanced approach, progress is very slow. But with a well-designed, structured plan, you will see improvement faster. Feel more confident. Enjoy your learning more. Step 1. Daily listening practice. The first and most important part of your study plan should be listening practice every day. Why listening? Listening is the master key that helps everything else. It trains your ears to the natural sounds of English. It teaches you rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation. It helps you learn vocabulary and grammar naturally, not just from a textbook. You should listen to English every day, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes. But there's a secret. You should listen actively, not passively. Active listening means you are fully engaged. You repeat what you hear. You shadow the speaker. You summarize the main ideas in your own words. Step 2. Shadowing practice. Let's try a shadowing exercise together. I will say a short piece of natural English. Your job is to repeat it almost at the same time, like an echo. This is called shadowing, and it is very powerful for training your mouth and your brain. Here's the sentence. This week has been really busy, but I've managed to finish most of my tasks on time. Now repeat it with me right after me. This week has been really busy, but I've managed to finish most of my tasks on time. Very good. Let's do it one more time. This time, focus on the rhythm and melody of my voice, not just the words. This week has been really busy, but I've managed to finish most of my tasks on time. Great! Shadowing helps you sound more natural when you speak English. Step 3. Summarize. After shadowing, the next step is to summarize. Take the same sentence and explain its meaning in your own words. For example, you could say, the person had a very busy week, but they were successful in finishing their work. See how this one simple activity combines listening, speaking, comprehension. If you do this every day, your fluency will improve dramatically. This is how structured daily practice can move you from intermediate to advanced English, step by step. The 4 parts of a balanced study plan: speaking, reading, and writing practice. Now that we have talked about listening practice, let's move on to the second essential part of your study plan: speaking practice. Many intermediate learners feel afraid of speaking, and because of this fear, they avoid it. They may understand a lot of English, but their speaking skills lag behind. This is why many learners get stuck at the intermediate level. To reach advanced English, you must speak English every day. Even if you don't have a speaking partner, you can still practice effectively by speaking to yourself. At first, this might feel strange, but it is very effective. For example, you can describe your day out loud in English as it happens. Explain your thoughts or feelings about something. Practice answering common questions you might hear in daily life. Speaking exercise. Let's try a speaking exercise right now. Imagine you are in an English speaking exam. The examiner asks, "Tell me about a place you enjoy visiting." Instead of giving a short, simple answer like, "I enjoy the park. It is nice," try to expand your answer with details and feelings. For example, you could say, "One of my absolute favorite places to visit is the large park near my home. I try to go there almost every weekend because it's so peaceful and green. I usually take a book with me to read on a bench, or sometimes I meet a friend there for a long walk. It's the perfect place for me to relax and clear my mind after a busy week." See the difference? This answer is longer, more descriptive, sounds more advanced. Now, pause and try your own answer. Speak out loud. Tell me about a place you enjoy visiting. Step 3. Reading practice. The third part of your study plan is reading practice. Reading is important because it exposes you to complex sentence structures, advanced vocabulary, formal expressions you might not hear in everyday conversation. Try to read different types of texts, online news articles, blogs about your hobbies, short stories, full-length books. But remember, reading should be active, not passive. Active reading means Underline or write down new words. Notice how sentences are structured. Ask yourself questions to check your comprehension. Reading exercise. Let's do a short reading practice. Here is a passage. Last night, Sarah attended a classical music concert in the city center. The orchestra played for almost 2 hours, and the audience was completely captivated by the beautiful performance. After the show, she went out for a late dinner with her friends before returning home. Now, answer these questions. Where did Sarah go last night? How long did the orchestra play? What did she do after the concert? Answers. She went to a concert in the city center. The orchestra played for almost 2 hours. After the concert, she had dinner with her friends. This is a simple example, but it shows how reading and comprehension work together. Step 4. Writing practice. The fourth part of your study plan is writing practice. Writing is very powerful because it helps you slow down, organize your thoughts, use grammar and vocabulary correctly. At the intermediate level, learners often write short, simple sentences. To reach advanced English, you should practice writing longer, more structured texts such as paragraphs, short essays, journal entries with detail and reflection. Writing exercise. One simple and effective way to practice writing is to keep a daily diary or journal in English. Every evening, take 5 to 10 minutes to write about your day. Don't just list what you did, like, I went to work, I ate lunch. Instead, try to add more detail and feelings. Today was a busy day at work. I completed several important tasks and even helped a colleague with a problem. At lunch, I tried a new sandwich and it was delicious. In the evening, I went for a short walk and enjoyed the fresh air. It felt relaxing and refreshing. This kind of writing helps you practice grammar, vocabulary, and sentence flow while expressing your ideas clearly. Writing, review, reflection, and real-life exposure. When you practice writing, don't just list what you did. Instead, also write about what you thought and how you felt. This helps you expand your emotional vocabulary and learn to connect your ideas naturally. Writing exercise. Here's a small writing exercise. Think about something you want to improve in your life. Write 3 or 4 sentences about it. For example, I really want to improve my time management skills. I find that I sometimes waste too much time scrolling on social media, so my goal is to create a clear daily schedule and stick to it. I believe this will help me become more productive and feel less stressed. Now it's your turn. Think about something in your life that you want to improve and write a few sentences about it in English. Step 5. Review and reflection. The fifth and often forgotten part of a study plan is review and reflection. Many learners make the mistake of only learning new material. They keep adding new words and grammar rules, but never review what they learned before. As a result, they quickly forget it. To move from intermediate to advanced, you must make review a regular habit. This means going back to your notes from last week, repeating old vocabulary, listening again to old audio lessons, checking your progress consciously. Reflection is just as important. Reflection means asking yourself questions like, what did I learn this week? What do I still find difficult? What should I focus on next week? This helps you stay on track, learn from mistakes, and use your time wisely. Reflection exercise. Let's do a quick reflection exercise together. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about your English learning over the past week. Did you listen to anything in English? Did you speak or write? Did you learn new words or phrases? Ask yourself honestly, what is one thing I could do better or more consistently next week? This simple reflection keeps you actively involved in your learning and ensures steady improvement. Real-life English exposure. Another key part of moving to advanced English is regular exposure to real-life English. Many learners stay in the student zone, learning only from textbooks, language apps, lessons designed for students. Advanced learners make a conscious effort to step into the real zone. They expose themselves to English as it is used by native speakers every day. This includes watching movies and TV shows without subtitles in your native language, listening to podcasts on topics you enjoy, joining online conversations, reading authentic texts written for native speakers. This exposure helps you learn slang and idioms, cultural nuances, how English is really used in everyday life. Exposure exercise. Here's an exercise for real-life exposure. Choose your favorite English TV show, movie, or YouTube channel. Watch just 5 minutes of it every day. The first time, watch with English subtitles. Pay attention to new words or phrases. Watch the same 5-minute clip again without subtitles. Focus on understanding the overall meaning and flow. Choose 1 or 2 sentences you liked and repeat them exactly. Copy the speaker's pronunciation and intonation. This small daily habit trains your ears, your mouth, and your brain to think in English naturally. Consistency and daily practice. Using English in your life. This one simple activity, listening, repeating, and shadowing, combines listening, vocabulary, and pronunciation practice in a fun and engaging way. But remember, a study plan only works if you are consistent. You don't need to study for hours every day. In fact, studying too long can cause burnout. Even just 30 minutes of focused, dedicated practice each day can make a huge difference if you do it consistently. The goal is to build sustainable habits, not to study randomly only when you feel motivated. When you follow a daily routine, English becomes a natural part of your life, not just a subject you study in your free time. Summary of a balanced study plan. Your study plan should include daily listening practice, daily speaking practice, daily reading practice, daily writing practice, regular review and reflection, consistent exposure to real-life English. Each part supports the others. Together, they create a balanced approach, the engine that will take you from intermediate to advanced English. Using English in your daily life. One of the most effective and enjoyable ways to move to advanced English is to connect your learning with your everyday routines. When you make English part of your real life, you don't just study it, you live it. Advanced learners don't see English as a separate school subject. They see it as a valuable tool to think, communicate, learn, explore the world. Morning routine practice. Think about your morning routine. At the intermediate level, you might say simple sentences like, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast. To reach advanced English, you should expand these simple sentences, add details, and use more natural expressions. For example, simple, I wake up. Advanced, I usually wake up around 7 o'clock, but today I overslept by about half an hour because I stayed up late last night watching a movie. Do you hear the difference? The advanced version is much more detailed. Natural. Uses advanced grammar and vocabulary. Morning routine speaking practice. Let's practice step by step. Say this with me. I usually wake up around 7. Good. Now let's expand it. I usually wake up around 7, but today I overslept. Notice how adding just a few details makes your sentence more natural and advanced. Expanding daily conversations, emotions, and listening skills. Now let's add more detail to our morning routine example. Simple. I usually wake up around 7. Expanded. I usually wake up around 7, but today I overslept because I stayed up late watching a movie. See how adding reasons, details, and connections makes your sentence sound much more advanced? Practicing daily conversations. Think about conversations during your day. Imagine you meet a friend or colleague and they ask, "How's your day going?" At the intermediate level, you might just say, "It's fine. It's good." But an advanced learner would give a richer, more engaging answer like, "It's been a pretty busy day so far. To be honest, I had a long meeting this morning and now I'm trying to finish up some important tasks before I take a break for lunch. But overall, I feel quite productive." Notice how this answer sounds fuller and more natural. Gives the other person more information to respond to. Conversation practice. Now it's your turn. I'll ask the question. How's your day going? Answer out loud with at least 2 or 3 connected sentences. Add details about what you did, what you are doing, or how you are feeling. This is how you stretch your English abilities and move toward the advanced level. Describing experiences and emotions. Another area where learners often struggle is describing experiences and feelings with precision. At the intermediate level, you might rely on basic adjectives. Happy, sad, tired. Advanced learners have a wider variety of words. Instead of happy, say excited, delighted, thrilled. Instead of tired, say exhausted, drained, worn out. Instead of sad, say disappointed, upset, heartbroken. Vocabulary practice. Let's practice together. The word is happy. Replace it with a stronger word. Maybe you said excited or delighted. Perfect. The word is tired. Replace it with a more specific word. Maybe you said exhausted. Excellent. This kind of active vocabulary practice helps you sound more advanced in daily conversations. Describing events in detail. Now let's practice describing an event. Imagine you went to a birthday party yesterday. Intermediate. I went to a birthday party. It was good. I ate cake. Advanced. Yesterday, I went to my friend Chloe's birthday party, and it was really fun. There were about 20 people there, and we played some silly games, ate delicious food, and just laughed a lot. My favorite part was when we all sang happy birthday together. The atmosphere felt so warm and joyful. Notice the differences. The advanced version paints a picture for the listener. It uses specific details. It expresses emotions clearly. Exercise. Describe a celebration. Now it's your turn. Describe the last celebration you attended in English. It could be a birthday, a holiday, or a simple family dinner. Try to make your description at least 3 to 4 sentences long. Use at least one emotional word, like exciting, peaceful, or joyful. Say it out loud. Moving forward. Listening to natural English. Next, let's focus on listening to natural English in daily life. One of the biggest challenges for intermediate learners is understanding connected speech, where words blend together in real conversations. Understanding connected speech. One of the biggest challenges for intermediate learners is connected speech. This happens when native speakers talk quickly and words blend together. For example, instead of saying clearly, "I am going to," many people say, "I'm gonna." Instead of, "Did you eat yet?" it often sounds like, "Jeet yet." At first, this can feel confusing. But advanced learners get used to it because they practice listening to real, authentic English every day. Listening and repeating practice. Let's practice listening and repeating. I will say a natural sentence, and I want you to repeat it with the same rhythm and connected sounds. I'm gonna grab something to eat. Do you want to come now? Repeat it. Notice how going to becomes gonna and wanna becomes wanna. Did you eat yet? When spoken quickly, it sounds like "jeet yet." Repeat it with me. These small exercises are very important because advanced English is not just about vocabulary or grammar. It's also about rhythm, pronunciation, and connected sounds. Practicing storytelling. Another powerful way to improve is storytelling. Storytelling combines many skills at once: vocabulary, grammar, fluency, expressing emotions. Advanced speakers are often great storytellers, so practicing this helps you think and speak in English for longer periods. Storytelling example. Here's a short story. Last weekend, I went hiking in the mountains with a couple of my friends. The weather was perfect, sunny, but not too hot. We walked for almost 3 hours, and the view from the top of the hill was incredible. Afterwards, we had a relaxing lunch at a small cafe. By the end of the day, we were all tired, but really happy. Now it's your turn. Think of a simple story from your life. It could be a trip, a fun activity, or even a walk in the park. Describe it in at least 3 sentences. Add details about what happened, how you felt, and what you saw. Storytelling helps you move toward advanced fluency. Practicing asking questions. Finally, let's practice asking questions, which is just as important as answering them. Many intermediate learners struggle to ask questions naturally. At the advanced level, good questions keep the conversation going. For example, instead of asking simply, "Where do you live?" you can say, "So, where do you live? Is it close to your workplace?" Instead of, "Do you like it?" you could ask, "How do you feel about living there? Do you enjoy the neighborhood?" Asking questions naturally makes you sound more advanced and keeps your conversations flowing. Expanding questions and making conversations flow. Adding extra details and follow-up questions makes your conversation sound much more natural and advanced. Let's practice. I'll give you a basic question, and your task is to make it more advanced by adding detail. Basic question: what do you do? Advanced version: so, what do you do for a living? Are you working right now, or are you studying? Now it's your turn. Create your own version out loud. This practice helps you sound more natural. Keep conversations flowing. Show advanced English ability. Putting grammar into action. Now let's focus on grammar in real use, because this is an area where many intermediate learners feel stuck. You already know the main tenses: present, past, and future. But sometimes you hesitate with more complex structures or avoid them because they feel difficult. To move from intermediate to advanced, you need to use these structures naturally in your daily speaking and writing. Using conditionals. Let's start with conditionals. At the intermediate level, learners are usually comfortable with the first conditional. If it rains, I will stay home. Advanced learners can use all types of conditionals. Third conditional, talking about regrets. If I had known about the meeting, I would have joined. Second conditional, giving advice. If I were you, I would try a different approach. These sentences help you express hypothetical situations, possibilities, regrets, advice, conditional practice. Here's a situation. You didn't study for a test and you failed. Advanced sentence. If I had studied, I would have passed the test. Now repeat it out loud, then try creating your own sentence about a different situation. Active practice like this helps conditionals feel natural, not just like a grammar rule. Using relative clauses. Another very useful structure is relative clauses. They make your sentences longer, more descriptive, more advanced. Example 1. Instead of "I met a man, he is a doctor." Advanced. I met a man who is a doctor. Example 2. Instead of "I bought a book, it was interesting." Advanced. I bought a book that was interesting. These small changes make your English smoother and more connected. Relative clause practice. Combine these two sentences. She lives in New York. She works as a designer. Advanced version. She lives in New York, where she works as a designer. Notice how your ideas now flow naturally instead of sounding choppy. Next step, reported speech. Another important grammar structure for advanced learners is reported speech. This helps you talk about what other people said, write stories, or share information smoothly. We can practice this next, just like we did with conditionals and relative clauses. Reported speech. At the intermediate level, learners often just repeat the exact words someone said. Example, direct speech, she said, "I am tired." At the advanced level, you transform it into reported speech naturally. She said that she was tired. He told me he had finished the project. This skill is very important for conversations, telling stories, understanding news or articles. Reported speech practice. Direct speech, "I will call you tomorrow." Advanced version, she said that she would call me the next day. Say it out loud several times. Practice makes it feel natural. Fluency drills. Fluency drills help you think and speak faster without translating in your head. 1. 1-minute talk. Choose a simple topic. Set a timer for 1 minute. Speak about the topic without stopping, even if you make mistakes. Example topic, my favorite season of the year. Example answer, my favorite season is definitely spring. I love it because the weather starts to get warm again, but it's not too hot. I really enjoy walking outside and seeing all the flowers begin to bloom. It just makes me feel very positive and full of new energy. Now you try. Speak out loud about your favorite season. Keep talking, even if you hesitate. 2. Expanding sentences step by step. Start with a short sentence and add more detail each time. Example, I went to the store. I went to the store yesterday. I went to the store yesterday to buy some vegetables. I went to the store yesterday to buy some vegetables because I wanted to cook a special dinner for my family. Notice how the sentence grows naturally piece by piece. This helps you speak longer, more complex sentences without hesitation. Sentence expansion practice. Start with, I watched a movie. Step 1, I watched a movie last night. Step 2, I watched a movie last night with my best friend. Step 3, I watched a movie last night with my best friend, and we both really enjoyed it because it was funny and exciting. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to speak in long, natural sentences. Using connector words. Connector words are like bridges that help your ideas flow smoothly. They make you sound thoughtful and professional. Examples, however, although, meanwhile, in addition, as a result. Example 1, I wanted to go out, however, it started raining, so I stayed home. Example 2, I was very tired, but I finished my homework anyway. Using connector words lets you link ideas naturally and sound more advanced. Using connector words in practice. Connector words like because, although, so, and nevertheless help you build complex sentences instead of simple ones. Example, nevertheless, I finished all of my work. Connector exercise. Here are 2 simple sentences. I was hungry. I didn't eat lunch. You can connect them in different ways. I was hungry because I didn't eat lunch. I was hungry, so I decided to make a sandwich. Although I was hungry, I didn't have time to eat lunch until later. Now, try to make your own connected sentence out loud. Real-life conversation practice. Let's bring grammar and fluency together with a real conversation. Imagine you are meeting a colleague after work. Here's an example. Colleague, hey, how was your day? You, it was pretty busy, but I managed to finish everything on time, thankfully. Colleague, That's good to hear. Do you have any plans for this evening? I was thinking of going to the gym. Although I'm a little tired, I really want to stay consistent with my routine. Colleague, that sounds like a great idea. I think I might just relax at home and watch a movie instead. Now it's your turn. Replay this conversation in your own words. Use connector words. Expand your sentences. Make it sound natural. Advanced listening practice. Listening is the foundation of advanced English. Without it, it's hard to respond confidently. Intermediate learners can understand slow and clear English. Advanced learners can follow natural conversations, enjoy TV shows and podcasts, and understand fast speech without asking for repetition. Connected speech. Native speakers often link words together, reduce sounds, or skip sounds to speak faster. What are you going to do? What you gonna do? I don't know. At first, this can feel like a different language, but advanced learners train their ears to recognize these patterns automatically. Connected speech practice. I will say the full form and then the reduced form. Repeat the reduced form exactly as you hear it. Full form, could have. Reduced form, could have. Example, I could have gone to the party. Full form, give me. Reduced form, gimme. Example, can you give me a hand with this? Full form, I've got to go. Reduced form, I gotta go. Repeat, I gotta go. This focused listening and repeating helps your brain get used to the real sounds of fast English. Listening for key words. Another critical skill is focusing on key words, not every word. Intermediate learners try to catch every word, feel stressed when they miss one. Advanced learners focus on nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. They understand the overall meaning even if they miss small words. This approach trains your brain to listen naturally, understand faster, and respond confidently, which is essential for advanced fluency. Focusing on key words. When listening to English, you don't need to understand every single word to get the meaning. Advanced learners focus on the content words, the words that carry the main meaning of the sentence. For example, listen to this long sentence. So basically, after I finally finished work, I had to rush over to the supermarket because we were completely out of milk and bread. And then to make matters worse, I suddenly realized I'd left my wallet at home in my other jacket. You don't need to process every word. The key words are finished work, rush, supermarket, no milk and bread, left wallet at home. From just these words, you can understand the whole situation. The person needed groceries after work but couldn't buy them because they forgot their wallet. Keyword practice. Listen to this sentence and pick out the important content words. Yesterday afternoon, I was running late for my very important class because the city bus broke down unexpectedly on the way. So, I ended up having to walk for nearly 20 minutes in the rain. The key words are yesterday, late for class, bus broke down, walk 20 minutes in rain. Try it yourself again. Listening for keywords helps you stay calm and understand even if you don't know every word. Shadowing with emotion. Shadowing means repeating immediately after what you hear, but we can make it even better by copying the speaker's emotions. If the speaker sounds excited, your voice should go up. If the speaker sounds tired, your voice should be low and flat. This practice makes your English sound natural and alive, not robotic. You're copying the feeling, not just the words. Shadowing exercise. Listen and repeat with the same emotions. Speaker A, excited, guess what? I finally passed my driving test this morning. Speaker B, happy/supportive, really? That is absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Speaker A relieved, "Thank you so much. I was so nervous, but somehow it all worked out in the end." Now, try shadowing this conversation out loud. Match the excitement, support, and relief. Predictive listening. Advanced listeners often guess what the speaker will say next using context clues. Example. Sentence. I went to the supermarket yesterday, and I bought some. Your brain expects words related to food or groceries. This skill helps you follow conversations smoothly, even if you miss a word or two. By combining keyword listening, shadowing with emotion, and predictive listening, you train your brain to understand English naturally, just like a native speaker. Predictive listening exercise. One way to improve advanced listening is to predict what comes next in a sentence. Your brain starts to actively think ahead, which is what native speakers do naturally. Example 1. I was so tired yesterday after work that I went to bed. Most people naturally predict the next word, early. Example 2. The weather was so hot and sunny that I knew I needed to drink a lot of. The natural answer is water. Practicing predictive listening helps you stay engaged and active while listening. Combining listening and speaking. Here's a practical drill. Situation. This morning, I completely overslept because my alarm on my phone didn't go off. So, I had to rush like crazy to get ready and almost missed the bus to work. Repeat it out loud after me. Explain it in your own words. Example explanation. The person woke up late today because their alarm didn't ring. They had to hurry and almost missed their bus. This exercise improves both listening comprehension and speaking fluency at the same time. Listening to different accents. At the intermediate level, you might only understand one or two accents, like Standard American or British English. But advanced learners are comfortable with many accents from around the world. Australian, Canadian, Indian, South African, Irish. The pronunciation and rhythm may change, but the more you expose your ears, the easier it becomes to understand anyone. Practice. Find a short video or podcast in an unfamiliar English accent. Listen for just 5 minutes. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Focus on words you do know and the overall rhythm. Repeat 1 or 2 sentences out loud. Over time, this makes you a more flexible and confident listener. Daily life listening practice. Strong listening skills are crucial in real situations. Example, ordering food in a busy restaurant. Waiter, hi there. Are you ready to order? Or do you need a few more minutes to look at the menu? At the intermediate level, you might only catch a few words, like order and minutes, and feel a bit lost. At the advanced level, you process the whole sentence quickly and respond naturally. I think I'm ready. Thank you. This shows confidence and fluency. Key takeaways. Predictive listening helps you anticipate what comes next. Shadowing and repeating situations improves both comprehension and speaking. Expose yourself to different accents to understand English worldwide. Practice in daily life situations like restaurants, stores, or meetings to build real confidence. By doing these exercises regularly, you train your brain to think in English, understand natural speech, and respond quickly. Key signs of advanced fluency. Practicing real-life conversations. One of the best ways to get better at English is to practice speaking in real situations, even if they are short moments in your day. Let's try some examples. Example 1. Ordering food at a restaurant. Waiter, hi there. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes to look at the menu? Your answer should be a full sentence. I'm ready to order. I'll have the grilled chicken salad, please. Try saying it out loud. This is exactly how you train for unscripted conversations. Example 2. Asking for directions at a train station. Someone taps your shoulder. Excuse me, do you know if this train stops at Central Station? If you know, yes, I believe it stops at Central Station. If you're unsure, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. You might want to check the board. Practicing these small real-life moments builds confidence and prepares you to handle conversations naturally. Active daily listening habits. To become an advanced listener, English should be part of your daily life, not just during study sessions. Some ideas. Listen to English music while walking or exercising. Play an English podcast while cooking or cleaning. Watch a short news clip in English before bed. When English surrounds you every day, your brain gets used to hearing it naturally, just like children learn their first language. Advanced speaking drills. Speaking is often the hardest skill for learners because the brain sometimes freezes in real conversations. This happens when you translate from your native language before speaking. You don't have confidence to connect sentences smoothly. To move to advanced English, you need to train your mind and mouth to work together naturally. Step 1. Thinking directly in English. At the intermediate level, most learners think in their native language first and then translate. This slows down your speech and makes it hesitant. Advanced learners think in English first, even for simple ideas. Practice exercise. Look around the room. Name objects in English without translating. Window, chair, phone, book, lamp. Make simple sentences in your mind. The window is open. The chair looks comfortable. My phone is on the table. Do this for a few minutes every day. Over time, your brain will switch naturally to English. This exercise strengthens thinking in English, which is the foundation for fluent speaking. Advanced speaking drills, Part 2. Once you have practiced thinking in English, the next step is speaking fluently in everyday situations. There are several drills that can help you improve quickly. Drill 1. Self-talk practice. This might sound strange, but talking to yourself out loud in English is one of the best ways to get better at speaking. You can do this anytime during your day. For example, while cooking. Okay, first I'm chopping the onions. Now I'm heating the pan. I'm adding a little olive oil. The onions smell really good. While walking outside. The weather feels cool and fresh today. I can see many cars on the street. I'm almost at the bus stop now. This keeps your brain active and trains you to think in English all day long. Exercise. Describe what you did this morning step by step. For example, first, I woke up early. Then I brushed my teeth and took a shower. I had a simple breakfast of eggs and toast. After that, I got dressed and got ready for the day. Try saying it out loud. With daily practice, you will soon add more details, make your sentences longer, and sound more natural. Drill 2. Role-play conversations. Role-play is a very powerful drill because it prepares you for real-life situations. Example 1. Job interview. Interviewer, can you tell me a little about yourself? A strong answer could be, of course. My name is Jara. I studied business management at university, and I have been working in customer service for the past 2 years. I really enjoy helping people solve problems, and I am excited about this opportunity because I want to grow my skills in a dynamic company like yours. Notice how this answer is professional, confident, and clear. Your turn. Try answering this same question in your own words. Example 2. Airport check-in. Agent, good morning. Can I see your passport, please? You? Yes, of course. Here it is. Agent. Where are you traveling to today? You? I'm flying to London for a business trip. Agent. How long will you be staying in London? You? I'll be staying for 2 weeks. The first week is for a conference, and the second week I have some meetings. This type of practice prepares you mentally for real situations, so you won't freeze or feel nervous. Drill 3. The 5-second response game. This drill helps you think and respond quickly. Rule: when someone asks you a question, start answering within 5 seconds. No long pauses. No time to mentally translate. This trains your brain to react fast in English, just like a native speaker. Example. Question: what do you like to do on weekends? Answer: I like to go hiking, read books, and meet my friends for coffee. You can practice this alone or with a partner. Over time, it helps you speak confidently and fluently. Summary. Self-talk. Describe your day out loud. Role play. Practice real-life conversations like interviews or travel situations. 5-second responses. Train yourself to answer quickly without translating. These drills train your mind and mouth to work together, helping you speak English naturally, smoothly, and confidently. Advanced Speaking Drills, Part 3. Once you are practicing self-talk, role-play, and fast responses, the next step is to think and speak quickly, connect your ideas, and use natural intonation. Drill 1. 5-second response game. The key to this game is not overthinking. Just say the first thing that comes to mind in English. Example. Question: what's your favorite food? Answer immediately: pizza. Or expand it: I absolutely love pasta because it's so delicious and easy to make. You should react fast without pausing. This trains your brain to think automatically in English. Practice. Answer these questions quickly. What's your favorite hobby? What did you eat for breakfast this morning? What are your plans for tomorrow? The goal is to build speed and automaticity in your fluency. Drill 2. Using sentence connectors. Intermediate learners often speak in short, separate sentences. I like reading. I read every day. It helps me relax. Advanced learners connect ideas smoothly. I really like reading and I try to read every day because it helps me to relax. Practice. Connect this short version. I enjoy music. I listen to it every night. It makes me happy. Advanced version. I really enjoy listening to music, and I listen to it almost every night because it helps me unwind and always makes me happy. Now create your own connected sentence out loud. Drill 3. Expanding your answers. Never answer with just one word. Always add details. Example. Question: do you like traveling? Weak answer: yes. Strong answer: yes, I absolutely love traveling. I think it's one of the best ways to experience new cultures and meet different people. Practice. Question: do you enjoy learning English? Expanded answer example. Yes, I really enjoy learning English. It's challenging sometimes, but it gives me many opportunities to connect with people from all over the world and improve myself every day. Now make your own expanded answer. Drill 4. Intonation and rhythm. Intermediate speakers often sound flat, like they are reading. Advanced speakers use natural rhythm and intonation, which makes speech engaging and alive. Example. Flat: I had a really great time yesterday. Expressive: I had a really great time yesterday. Notice the difference? The second version sounds natural and confident. Practice. Rising intonation, like a question: are you coming with us? Falling intonation, like a statement: I don't think that's a very good idea. Practicing intonation will make your English sound advanced, not robotic. Advanced vocabulary, making your English richer. Vocabulary is what gives your English color, richness, and power. It's the difference between painting a picture in black and white and painting it in vibrant, living colors. At the intermediate level, you already know hundreds or even thousands of words, but you often repeat the same basic ones: good, bad, big, small, happy, sad. These words work, they get the job done, but they don't make your English sound advanced. To reach the next level, you need to add variety, use synonyms, include idioms, learn natural phrasal verbs. These tools make your speech more precise, natural, and expressive. Step 1. The power of synonyms. Instead of always saying big, try huge, enormous, massive. Instead of small, try tiny, minute, compact. Instead of happy, you could say joyful, cheerful, delighted. Exercise. Upgrade these simple sentences. She has a big house. She has a huge house, or she has an enormous house. It was a good day. It was a wonderful day, or it was a magnificent day. Now, try to create a few of your own upgraded sentences out loud. This practice helps your vocabulary become richer and more powerful. Step 2. Using idioms. Idioms are expressions where the meaning is different from the words themselves. Using them correctly is a sign of an advanced English speaker. Some examples. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining heavily. To break the ice, to start a conversation and make people feel comfortable. To hit the nail on the head, to describe something perfectly or say the truth. Exercise. Use an idiom in context. Imagine your friend explains a difficult idea perfectly. Instead of saying, "You're correct," you could say, "Wow, you really hit the nail on the head with that explanation." This shows your English is natural and fluent, just like a native speaker. Advanced vocabulary practice, idioms, phrasal verbs, and collocations. Using idioms can make your English sound very natural. Idioms are phrases where the meaning is different from the words themselves. For example, break the ice, to start a conversation and make people feel comfortable. Hit the nail on the head, to describe something perfectly. Exercise. Try saying these out loud. Imagine you are at a party where no one is talking. Instead of saying, "Let's all start talking," you could say, "Well, let's break the ice." Notice how natural that feels when you say it. Step 1. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are verbs combined with a preposition or adverb, like pick up, give up, or run into. Many learners avoid phrasal verbs because they can seem tricky. But advanced learners use them all the time because they are common in everyday English. Examples. Instead of "I met my teacher unexpectedly at the mall," say, "I ran into my teacher at the mall." Instead of "You should stop smoking," say, "You should give up smoking." Instead of "I learned English when I was young," say, "I picked up English when I was young." Exercise. Use a phrasal verb for these situations. You accidentally met an old friend at the supermarket. I ran into an old friend yesterday. You decided to stop eating junk food. I'm trying to give up junk food. Keep practicing phrasal verbs daily. They make your English more fluent and natural. Step 2. Using rich vocabulary in daily conversations. At the intermediate level, you might say simple sentences. "It was busy." Advanced speakers expand sentences and use stronger words. "It was hectic." "I barely had a moment to take a break." "The meeting was very productive." "We came up with some really valuable ideas." Exercise. Upgrade this sentence. "The food was good." Advanced options. "The food was absolutely delicious." "The food was mouth-watering, especially the dessert." Now, try creating your own version out loud. Step 3. Collocations. Collocations are words that naturally go together in English. Using them correctly makes your English sound smooth and native-like. Examples: make a decision, not do a decision. Heavy rain, not strong rain. Fast food, not quick food. Exercise, match the words. Decision, make a decision. Rain, heavy rain. Mistake, a big mistake. Practicing collocations helps your sentences sound professional, natural, and advanced. With consistent practice of idioms, phrasal verbs, rich vocabulary, and collocations, your English will become more expressive, confident, and fluent. Advanced English practice: opinions, vocabulary, storytelling, and writing. Step 1. Expressing your opinions. Advanced English learners can express their thoughts clearly and with more variety. Instead of always saying, "I think it's good," you can use different phrases to sound more natural and interesting. For example, "In my opinion, it's a brilliant idea. I'm not really a fan of it. From my perspective, that doesn't seem like the best approach." Exercise. Think about this question: what do you think about learning English online? Instead of answering, "It's good," try something more advanced. From my perspective, learning English online is very effective because it allows people to study at their own pace and from anywhere in the world. Now, try creating your own advanced answer out loud. Use one of these phrases and explain your opinion with some detail. Step 2. Short storytelling practice. Storytelling is a great way to practice advanced vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs. Here is an example story. Last weekend, I was supposed to meet up with a friend for lunch, but at the last minute, something urgent came up at work. So, unfortunately, I had to call it off. Luckily, we managed to catch up the next day instead, and we had a whale of a time. We just talked for hours and laughed a lot. It was exactly what I needed to recharge my batteries after a long week. Notice the phrases used. Meet up to meet someone casually. Came up, something happened unexpectedly. Call it off, cancel something. Catch up, meet, and talk to get updated. Have a whale of a time, have a lot of fun. Recharge my batteries, relax, and regain energy. Exercise. Tell a short story about your own weekend. Try to use at least one idiom and one phrasal verb. Say it out loud. This helps your English sound richer and more natural. Step 3. Writing practice. Advanced learners are not only good at speaking and listening, but also at writing clearly and confidently. Writing is very helpful because it makes you organize your ideas carefully and use correct grammar and vocabulary. Many intermediate learners write short notes or simple emails. Advanced learners can write longer paragraphs, essays, reports, or stories with a clear flow. One key skill is expanding a simple idea into a full paragraph. Intermediate example. I like traveling. I visited Paris last year. It was fun. These are short, simple, and not connected. Advanced example. I have always enjoyed traveling because it gives me a wonderful chance to experience new cultures and meet different kinds of people. Last year, I had the opportunity to visit Paris, and it was truly one of the most exciting trips I have ever had. I absolutely loved exploring the city's rich history, tasting all the delicious local food, and walking by the river at night. The experience was unforgettable. Notice how the sentences are connected, give details, and express feelings. Exercise. Take a simple idea and expand it into a paragraph. For example, if you want to write about your favorite hobby, try to include why you enjoy it, what you do, how it makes you feel, any specific experiences or memories. The more details you add, the more advanced and natural your writing will sound. This method of opinion practice, storytelling, and writing helps you move from intermediate English to advanced because it trains you to Express your thoughts clearly. Use natural vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs. Organize your ideas in speaking and writing. Make your English rich, precise, and engaging. Advanced English writing practice. 1. Expanding simple ideas into paragraphs. One of the main differences between intermediate and advanced English is the ability to expand simple ideas into detailed, connected paragraphs. Example: intermediate. I enjoy learning English. I practice every day. It is useful. Advanced version. I genuinely enjoy learning English because it allows me to communicate with people from many different countries. Every time I practice, I notice small improvements, which motivates me to keep going. I also enjoy learning new words and expressions that I can use in real conversations. Ultimately, learning English makes me feel more confident and excited about the future. Notice how the advanced version connects ideas with phrases like because, which ultimately expresses emotions and personal experiences, uses richer vocabulary. Exercise. Take a simple idea, like I enjoy learning English, and expand it into 3 or 4 connected sentences. Say it out loud or write it down. 2. Using formal language. Advanced writers know how to adjust their tone for formal situations, such as emails to teachers, professors, or bosses. Intermediate version. Hi, teacher. Can you give me more practice? Advanced version. Dear Professor Smith, I hope this message finds you well. I was wondering if you could kindly provide me with some additional practice materials to help me strengthen my skills in conditional sentences. Thank you in advance for your support. Sincerely, Chloe. Notice how the advanced version uses formal greetings and closings, Dear Professor Smith, sincerely. Includes polite phrases, I was wondering if you could kindly. Sounds professional and respectful. Exercise. Imagine you are writing an email to a teacher to ask for extra help. Write or say a polished, formal version of your request. 3. Using linking words and connectors. Connectors make your writing flow smoothly and show relationships between ideas. Some common connectors are addition, furthermore, in addition; contrast, however, on the other hand; cause and effect, as a result, therefore. Example: I enjoy reading books in English because they help me learn new vocabulary. In addition, they improve my understanding of complex grammar. However, sometimes I find difficult words that I need to check in a dictionary. Notice how each sentence connects logically to the previous one. Connector practice. Sentences: I was tired. I finished my homework. Connected: I was tired. However, I finished my homework. Sentences: I like learning English. It is useful for my career. Connected: I like learning English because it is very useful for my career. Exercise. Take 2 short sentences and connect them naturally using a connector. Practice writing or saying your connected version. Summary. By practicing these skills, you can expand simple ideas into full paragraphs. Use formal language when needed. Connect ideas smoothly with linking words. Make your writing clear, professional, and advanced. Next step: keep practicing these exercises daily. Try expanding ideas, writing emails, and connecting sentences to train your brain to write like an advanced English speaker. Practicing advanced academic writing. 1. Writing in a more academic style. At the intermediate level, writing can be simple and short. Technology is good. It helps people. At the advanced level, we write longer, more detailed sentences that connect ideas and show reasoning. Technology plays a vital role in modern society as it enhances communication, improves healthcare, and increases access to education worldwide. Despite some challenges, it provides countless opportunities for human progress. Notice how this version connects ideas smoothly, uses precise vocabulary, e.g., vital role, enhances opportunities, expresses a complete thought. Exercise: write 2 or 3 sentences on this topic, the importance of learning English today. Example: learning English is essential in today's globalized world because it allows people to communicate internationally. It opens doors to better job opportunities, more educational resources, and cultural exchange. As a result, English has become a key skill for personal and professional growth. 2. Keeping a daily journal. Writing a daily journal is one of the best ways to improve. Write 5 sentences or more about your day. Don't just list what you did, include your feelings and thoughts. Example: today was very busy at work, but I was happy because I finished all my tasks on time. I felt stressed in the morning, but after lunch with a friend, I felt more relaxed. I also learned a new skill in a short training session, which was exciting. Reflecting on my day helps me notice my progress and improvement. Exercise: write your own short journal entry about today. Then read it out loud to practice pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency. 3. Combining writing and speaking. After writing a paragraph, reading it out loud makes your practice stronger. This helps you remember new words and expressions. Practice natural speaking rhythm. Build fluency and confidence. Tip: don't try to use very long or difficult words just to sound advanced. Focus on clarity, accuracy, and smooth flow. A good writer expresses complex ideas clearly and naturally. 4. Advanced email practice. At the intermediate level, an email might look like this. Hello, I want to be a volunteer. I like helping animals. At the advanced level, it can be polished and professional. Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing to express my keen interest in the volunteer position advertised on your website. I am very passionate about animal welfare and believe that my skills and dedication would make me a valuable addition to your team. I would greatly appreciate the opportunity to contribute to the wonderful work of your organization. Notice how this version starts formally, Dear Sir or Madam, explains motivation clearly, keen interest, very passionate, connects ideas logically, shows professionalism and respect. Exercise: write an advanced version of an email to apply for a volunteer position, a part-time job, or to ask for help with your studies. Focus on formal greeting and closing, clear reasoning, polished, connected sentences. Advanced conversation practice. 1. Expressing your opinions. At the intermediate level, you might just say, I think it's good. I don't like it. At the advanced level, you can express yourself with more variety, precision, and confidence. Some examples. In my opinion, this approach is very effective. From my perspective, there are a few things that could be improved. Personally, I believe that practicing every day is the key to success. Exercise: answer this question using one of the advanced opinion phrases. Do you think watching movies is a good way to learn English? Example answer: in my opinion, watching movies is one of the best ways to learn English because it helps learners understand natural speech and real-life cultural situations. Now create your own full answer out loud. 2. Agreeing politely. At the intermediate level, learners often say just, yes, I agree. At the advanced level, you can sound more enthusiastic, polite, and engaged. That's a great point. I completely agree with you. I share the same opinion, and I think you explained it really well. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Exercise: imagine your friend says, I think reading books in English helps a lot. Instead of just saying, yes, I agree, you could say, that's a great point. I completely agree because reading helps build both vocabulary and grammar. Now try making your own sentence of agreement out loud. 3. Disagreeing politely. At the intermediate level, learners might say, no, you're wrong. This can sound rude or harsh. Advanced learners use softer, more diplomatic language. I see what you mean, but I think there's another way to look at it. I respect your opinion, though I personally feel a bit differently. That's an interesting point, but in my experience, it's not always the case. Exercise. Practice disagreeing politely with this statement. Learning English is only useful for work. You could respond, I see your point, but I also think learning English is valuable for traveling and connecting with people from other countries. 4. Asking thoughtful follow-up questions. Advanced conversations involve asking questions that keep the discussion going. For example, that's interesting. Could you explain a bit more about why you think that? I'm curious, how did you come to that conclusion? Can you give me an example of what you mean? Exercise. After giving your opinion on a topic, try asking a follow-up question to your partner or yourself if practicing alone. For example, in my opinion, watching movies is a great way to improve English. What do you think works best for learning new words? 5. Putting it all together. A short advanced conversation might look like this. Friend, I think learning English is really important. That's a great point. I completely agree because it helps people communicate internationally. From my perspective, practicing every day is also essential. How do you usually practice your English? Notice how you express your opinion clearly. You agree politely. You give reasons for your opinion. You ask a thoughtful follow-up question. Exercise. Try creating a full conversation with a friend, family member, or even by yourself. Include 1 opinion statement, 1 polite agreement or disagreement, 1 follow-up question. Advanced conversation skills, polite disagreement, and follow-up questions. 1. Disagreeing politely. Advanced speakers know how to respect the other person's opinion while still expressing their own. Instead of saying, no, you are wrong, you can say, I understand your point, but I also think. That's an interesting perspective. Personally, I feel, I respect your opinion, though I see it a little differently. Exercise. Imagine your friend says, it's not useful to practice speaking English alone. You could respond, I understand your point. But actually, I believe that practicing alone can be very helpful because it gives you a safe space to train your brain to think in English without pressure. Now try creating your own polite disagreement out loud. 2. Asking follow-up questions. Intermediate conversations often stop too quickly. For example, Person A, I went to the park. Person B, oh, that's nice. Silence. Advanced speakers keep the conversation going by asking more questions. Oh, that's nice. What did you do there? Was it crowded or peaceful? Did you go alone or with friends? Exercise, I say. I went shopping yesterday. You could ask, oh, what did you buy? Was it for something special or just for fun? Now try asking your own follow-up question out loud. 3. Mini debates. Debating is a great way to practice expressing balanced opinions respectfully. It doesn't mean arguing. Example topic. Is online learning better than classroom learning? Intermediate answer. Online is good. Advanced answer. Personally, I think online learning offers more flexibility because students can study anytime and anywhere. However, classroom learning allows face-to-face interaction and immediate feedback. In my view, The best solution combines both methods. Exercise. Debate this topic. Should everyone in the world learn to speak English? Example, advanced answer. I believe it's highly beneficial for everyone to learn English because it opens doors to global education and career opportunities. However, I also think it's very important for people to value and preserve their native languages and cultures. 4. Putting it all together. A full advanced conversation uses a clear opinion, polite agreement or disagreement, thoughtful follow-up questions, respect for different perspectives. Example conversation. Friend, I think learning English online is not very effective. I understand your point, but I feel online learning is helpful because it allows people to study at their own pace. What methods do you usually use to practice English? Friend, I prefer classroom learning. That's a great point. Classroom learning does allow immediate feedback. Maybe combining both methods would be ideal? Exercise. Try creating a short conversation like this with a friend, family member, or by practicing aloud yourself. Include 1 opinion statement, 1 polite agreement or disagreement, 1 follow-up question. This practice builds advanced conversation skills, making your English sound natural, confident, and thoughtful. Advanced conversation skills, fillers, role play, and mindset. 1. Using conversational fillers. Advanced speakers and native English speakers often use small words or sounds to give themselves time to think. These are called fillers. Examples include, well, actually, I mean, honestly. These words make your speech sound natural and give you a small pause without stopping the conversation. Examples in sentences. Well, I'm not entirely sure about that, but maybe we could try another way. Actually, I think it really depends on the situation. Exercise. Use a filler word in your answer. Question. What is your favorite type of music? Example answer. Well, I usually listen to pop music, but honestly, I also enjoy classical music when I want to relax. Now try creating your own answer using at least 1 filler word. 2. Role play. Advanced polite conversation. Role-playing is a great way to practice real-life conversations in a polite and advanced way. Example conversation. Friend, I think learning English grammar is so boring. I can see why you feel that way, but I think grammar can actually be interesting if we connect it to real-life examples. Friend, maybe, but vocabulary feels more useful to me. That's a very good point. Vocabulary is essential, but grammar is the structure that helps us use words correctly and express ourselves clearly. Don't you think both are important together? Notice how this conversation is polite, balanced, advanced. Exercise. Repeat the role play, but use your own ideas and words. 3. Mindset. Embracing imperfection. To become advanced in English, your mindset is just as important as your skills. Many intermediate learners fear making mistakes. They stay quiet instead of speaking because they want to be perfect. Here's the truth. Advanced speakers are not perfect. Native speakers are not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone forgets words or uses awkward phrases. The key difference is resilience. Advanced learners see mistakes as learning opportunities, not failures. They notice the mistake, maybe correct it, and move on. They don't judge themselves. Example mindset phrases you can use. It's okay if I make a mistake. I'm learning. I can correct myself and keep going. Every mistake helps me get better. Exercise. Say aloud. I am learning and mistakes are part of the process. I will speak English confidently even if I make errors. 4. Bringing it all together. Advanced English combines fluent speaking skills, using fillers, connected sentences, and natural rhythm. Polite conversation skills, agreeing, disagreeing, and asking questions respectfully. Strong mindset, accepting mistakes and learning from them. Practice idea. Role-play a conversation with a friend. Use at least one filler word. Include a polite disagreement or opinion. Remind yourself, it's okay to make mistakes. Example practice. Friend, I think English podcasts are too hard to understand. Well, I can see why you might feel that way. Actually, I think podcasts are really helpful because they teach natural speech and new vocabulary. What type of podcasts do you usually listen to? Notice how you are. Speaking fluently. Being polite and respectful. Asking a follow-up question. Using a filler word naturally. Showing confidence and resilience. With daily practice, these skills will make you sound advanced, natural, and confident in real conversations. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep speaking, learning, and embracing mistakes as part of the process. Advanced English mindset, mistakes, curiosity, ownership, and consistency. 1. Seeing mistakes as opportunities. Advanced learners understand that mistakes are not failures. They are proof that you are trying something new and pushing your limits. This is exactly where growth happens. Mindset exercise. Say these sentences out loud and really feel them. Every mistake I make is proof that I am trying. Every mistake I make is proof that I am trying. Repeat. My mistakes are my teachers. When you truly believe this, your fear of speaking will melt away, and you will start speaking more freely and confidently. 2. Cultivating curiosity. At the intermediate level, learners often study English because they have to for a test or a job. But advanced learners are driven by curiosity. They learn because they want to explore and understand the world. Examples. If you love cooking, watch English cooking shows, read international recipes, join online cooking forums. If you love technology, read tech news in English, watch gadget reviews, listen to innovation podcasts. Exercise. Think about a hobby or interest you love. Now create a question in English about it. Examples. Movies. How do they create special effects in superhero movies? Nature. What is the deepest part of the ocean and what lives there? After this, use English to find the answer. This makes learning active, personal, and fun. 3. Taking ownership of your learning. Advanced learners take full responsibility for their progress. You are no longer just a passenger in your English journey, you are the driver. This means setting your own goals, choosing your own materials, tracking your own progress, identifying your weaknesses, and making a plan to improve them. Examples of self-directed learning. Creating your own vocabulary lists from words you find in daily reading or listening. Making your own practice sentences instead of just following a book. This approach builds independence, confidence, and advanced skills. 4. Patience and consistency. Learning English at an advanced level takes time and daily effort. Progress may feel slow sometimes, but small, consistent steps lead to big results over time. Practice every day, even for just a few minutes. Focus on improving gradually, not on being perfect. Celebrate your small wins and recognize your progress. Remember, mistakes are proof you're trying. Curiosity makes learning fun. Taking ownership builds independence. Patience and consistency bring long-term results. 5. Quick daily mindset exercise. Say aloud, every mistake I make is proof that I am trying. Think of a topic you love and ask one question in English about it. Choose one small learning goal for today and take action on it. Remind yourself, learning is a journey. Small steps every day lead to big improvements. With this mindset, you are not just learning English, you are growing as a confident, independent, and advanced learner. Advanced English Weekly Practice Plan. Learning advanced English is like a marathon, not a sprint. Some days will feel amazing, you'll speak fluently and naturally. Other days, the words just won't come out right. This is completely normal. The secret is to keep going every day, even if your progress feels small. Just like learning to play the piano or training for a sport, mastery comes from consistent, patient practice over time. Now, let's turn all the techniques and mindset we've learned into a weekly plan. This is just a template. You can adapt it to your schedule and goals. The key is balance and consistency. Monday, listening focus. Spend 15 to 20 minutes listening to a podcast or a short YouTube video on a topic you enjoy. First, listen to understand the general idea. Second, pick 3 to 5 interesting sentences or sentences with new words or expressions. Practice shadowing. Repeat them out loud, copying the speaker's rhythm and intonation. Finally, write a short 2 to 3 sentence summary in your notebook or on your computer. This is a powerful listening workout in just 20 to 25 minutes. Tuesday, speaking focus. Activate your voice with a fluency drill. Choose a topic like my favorite city or my dream job. Set a timer for 1 minute and speak out loud without stopping. Don't worry about mistakes, just keep talking. Later, do self-talk while doing daily activities, cooking, cleaning, or tidying your room. Example: right now, I'm washing the dishes. These plates are from last night. After this, I need to take out the trash. Self-talk keeps your brain thinking in English in a low-pressure way. Wednesday, reading focus. Find a news article, blog post, or short story in English. Read carefully and actively learn from it. Pick 5 new words, phrases, phrasal verbs, or collocations you want to remember. Write them down in full sentences, not just the word. This gives you context, which makes them easier to remember. Thursday, writing focus. Use your daily journal habit to write about your day for 10 minutes. Challenge yourself. Try to use at least 2 new words or phrases you learned yesterday from reading. Practice grammar points or connectors like conditionals or words like however. Example: today was very productive. If I hadn't finished my report, my boss would have been disappointed. However, I managed to get it done just in time. This makes your writing purposeful and connected. Friday, vocabulary and expression focus. Review new words, phrases, phrasal verbs, and idioms from the week. Try to use them in sentences out loud. Make small stories or examples to practice speaking with new vocabulary. Saturday, conversation practice. Do role plays, debates, or discussions with a friend, tutor, or online partner. Focus on expressing opinions clearly, in my opinion. Personally, I believe. Agreeing politely, that's a great point. I completely agree. Disagreeing diplomatically, I see what you mean, but asking follow-up questions to keep conversations alive. Sunday, review and reflection. Review all new vocabulary, expressions, and grammar from the week. Reflect in your journal. What went well? What was challenging? Speak aloud what you wrote to practice pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency. Key principles. Consistency beats intensity. Even 10 to 20 minutes daily is better than occasional long sessions. Mistakes are proof you're learning. Don't fear them. Connect English to your interests. It makes learning fun. Take ownership. Create your own sentences, questions, and learning materials. Balance your skills. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocabulary, conversation, and mindset. Friday, grammar and review day. Take out all your notes from Monday to Thursday. Spend 15 minutes reviewing everything you learned. Reread new vocabulary words. Say your shadowed sentences out loud again. Choose one grammar topic that is difficult for you, like phrasal verbs or the present perfect tense. Watch a short online lesson or video about it and do a few practice exercises. This focused review is what makes your learning stick and strengthens your skills. Saturday, real-life exposure day. Have fun with English. Watch a full episode of a TV show or part of a movie in English. Use English subtitles or try no subtitles if you feel confident. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. The goal is to get used to natural speed and rhythm. After watching, explain the story out loud as if you are telling a friend. Example: today I watched a detective show. The main character solved a mystery about a missing painting. It was exciting and funny. This helps you practice listening and speaking naturally. Sunday, relax and reflect day. Do light exposure. Listen to English songs, look up the lyrics, or read something short. Spend 5 minutes reflecting on your week. What did I do well this week? What was challenging? What is my main goal for next week? Reflection keeps you motivated, focused, and in control of your learning journey. Key principles for the week. Practice all key skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocabulary, grammar, and conversation. Keep your sessions short, focused, and consistent. Progress comes from daily small actions, not long, exhausting study sessions. This is the path that truly helps you move from intermediate English to advanced English. We have reached the end of this special episode together. Throughout this journey, we have looked at the key differences between intermediate and advanced learners. We have created a balanced study plan that covers listening, speaking, reading, and writing. We have practiced many exercises to improve your English skills step by step. We have also talked about the importance of having the right mindset, being confident, curious, and resilient. This mindset is what helps you keep learning even when things get difficult. Now, you have a complete roadmap. You have all the tools and strategies you need to move forward. The most important thing left to do is start practicing regularly. Remember, this journey is yours alone. Everyone moves at their own pace. You will face challenges, but you will also experience many rewards. Be patient with yourself, celebrate every small success, and remember how far you have already come. Reaching the intermediate level was already a great achievement. You have the strength, intelligence, and dedication to reach advanced English. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today and for actively practicing along the way. I hope this guide has been helpful, motivating, and inspiring. I want you to feel confident and ready to take the next steps in your English learning journey. If you enjoyed this episode and want more lessons to guide you toward fluency, subscribe to the Super English Talks. Sharing this episode with a friend or leaving a review also helps us grow our community and help more learners like you. My name is Jara, and it has been a real pleasure to be your guide. Keep practicing every day, stay curious, and I look forward to speaking with you again in the next episode. Goodbye for now, and keep moving forward.